A journey begins. I had no idea that this trip would change my life forever. My name is Lena, and I am a member of a furry species with 4 slightly triangular ears that stand up on each side of our heads. Our tails can grow as long as a human arm, and our legs are bent and fixed at the knee. We can run on all 4s as well as on 2 legs, though we only have 2 arms. Our mouths are long and full of sharp teeth, and the color of our fur changes between black and rusty red. Honestly, I kind of look like their dogs, and I would be very embarrassed to find out that this resemblance worked out to be useful after all. On that fateful day, some of my fellow students decided not to go on the trip. They would feel bad about that for the rest of their lives because the human section of the galaxy was so far away that even the fastest ship would take months to get there. At least, until people came up with a new way to move at double speed by recombining electrons. But that's a topic for the astrophysics department. For me, the only thing that mattered was learning as much as I could. The professor lived up to his reputation by giving us a lot of useful information in the days before our trip. We were given human entertainment, mythology, music, religion, and social norms for the place where we would be living. That was the first time I understood why Homo sapiens sapiens can be so scary. It wasn't just that they love being scared. There were types of entertainment that kept their minds on edge, enough to make 2 more students drop out. All other known species try to stay away from fear, but humans love it. It was interesting to me that humans needed impossible threats to feel genuinely scared. Gods, demons, natural events that destroy planets, and aliens whose technology didn't make sense were common themes. Despite all this, their stories were journeys to human victory. Our teacher put it this way: they jumped into space in the time it took my species to get the nerve to do it. The will to be anything is what makes people human. They push themselves to their limits and set new ones for future generations to overcome. Humans need friends more than anything, and they are willing to give up their lives for dreams and for each other. I believed this when I was little and heard stories about humans saving us with their guns blazing, just because they said they would help. That was enough for me to trust them. 2 months into our journey, we saw our first human patrols. Their ships were much bigger than ours, taking their small communities with them into space, including families, bonded mates, children, and even old people that we would usually leave behind. Meeting humans for the first time was a strange experience. They had flat faces with very small noses, thick black fur around their mouths, and eyes that were very far apart. After exchanging IDs and making small talk, our professor chose 3 of us to go with him on the human ship, giving us a chance to see a little of the small society that humans had built before we got to their home world. The military ship where we docked had huge guns the size of buildings back home. Because these ships were so big, a small hover car was already there for us when we crossed the tubes for boarding. I had never been so excited and scared at the same time. The wind hit my face hard and blew my fur behind me as my tail wagged happily under my seat. Our friends made alarm sounds, and my alien roommate's stink sack went off, causing the hovercraft to briefly swerve. The human woman driving laughed, a sound I later learned was laughter. After a wild ride, we arrived at our destination. The small human female who had driven us, named Lisa, introduced us to her friends and offered to get us drinks. I found humans to be incredibly welcoming and warm. Lisa's touch was gentle, and she apologized for not asking how we could deal with speed. Apologizing is a very strange thing that humans do, meaning they are sorry for hurting someone's feelings or offending them. This subtlety of human interaction would become important as I got to know them better. Lisa took us to a large room with tables and bars, where she ordered drinks for us. She explained that drinking is an important part of human social interaction, helping them drop their guard and make friends more easily. I learned that humans can become friends very quickly, and this was evident when Lisa called us her friends after just a short time. The bartender, Mark, poured us a dark golden liquid, and Lisa proposed a toast to safe travels. That night, we experienced human hospitality in full force. We drank, laughed, and bonded with our new human friends. It was a night I would never forget. Despite the splitting headache I woke up with the next morning. Lysa left us a note with a short poem wishing us safe travels and good luck. Her warmth and kindness was something I had never experienced before. As we continued our journey, I realized that humans are the best at being diplomatic. They are very good at finding out what others want, what worries them, and what makes them hopeful. This understanding has helped many species live in peace. Humans have a natural ability to settle disputes and make others feel needed, even if they will never see that person again. This quality made me believe in my teacher's stories about humans saving others at great personal risk. The cargo was being loaded onto our ship, and the ship we had just been on was following us. Many species are still scared of the endless stars and the void, but humans seem to fit in perfectly. Some say their race evolved from stuff that formed in space or on their world Mars. Whatever the truth, humans have a unique ability to make music in the middle of nowhere and sing to their deaths. This resilience and determination make them truly remarkable. As we traveled further, we encountered pirates. Our ship was attacked by a group of 12 green ships with wide wings and a row of guns. The ship shook violently as the pirates' pulsing rays hit our shields. I was about to hide in fear, but my teacher remained calm and reassured us that the humans would protect us. True to his word, the human ships came to our aid, and we were saved. This experience solidified my belief in the strength and kindness of humans. They are willing to risk their lives for others and have an incredible ability to make friends and build strong bonds. My journey with humans had just begun, and I was eager to learn more about them and their fascinating culture. Embracing humanity's culture. Lena's eyes flickered open, her headache receding to a dull throb. The artificial dawn in the ship's quarters bathed everything in a soft, warm glow. The first few moments of waking were disorienting, but as memories of the previous night came flooding back, a smile tugged at her lips. Despite the hangover, the human ship had left an indelible impression on her. Lena and her classmates gathered in the common area, their professor looking no worse for wear despite the night's indulgence. They were to transfer to the main human colony ship today, where they would live with human host families and truly immerse themselves in human culture. As they approached the docking bay, the vastness of the human colony ship came into view. It was an awe-inspiring sight, a marvel of engineering and ingenuity. The ship was bustling with activity, and Lena could see families, children playing, and even elderly humans engaging in various activities. It was a stark contrast to the more utilitarian and sterile environments she was used to. Their small group was greeted by a delegation of humans, each one assigned to host one of the students. Lena's host was a woman named Sarah, who introduced herself with a warm smile and a firm handshake. Sarah was tall, with dark hair and a kind face that immediately put Lena at ease. "Welcome, Lena. We're so excited to have you with us. I'm sure you'll find life on our ship fascinating," Sarah said, her voice filled with genuine enthusiasm. Sarah led Lena through the corridors of the ship, pointing out various facilities and explaining their functions. They passed through a bustling marketplace, filled with vendors selling everything from fresh produce to handmade crafts. The smells, sounds, and sights were overwhelming, but in a thrilling way. "This is the heart of our community," Sarah explained. "We believe in fostering a strong sense of togetherness and cooperation. Everyone here contributes in their own way." Lena nodded, absorbing everything. The sense of community was palpable, and it was something she admired deeply. They arrived at Sarah's quarters, which were modest but cozy. Sarah's family was waiting to greet her, her husband, Tom, and their 2 children, Emily and Jack. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Lena," Tom said, extending a hand. "We've prepared a room for you, and we hope you'll feel at home with us." The children were curious and full of questions. Emily, the older of the 2, was particularly fascinated by Lena's fur and ears. Lena answered their questions patiently, enjoying their innocent curiosity. As days turned into weeks, Lena settled into a routine. She attended classes on human history, culture, and technology. Each lesson was a revelation, filled with insights into what made humans tick. She learned about their triumphs and failures, their resilience and ingenuity. It became clear why they were a force to be reckoned with in the galaxy. One evening, Sarah invited Lena to join the family for a traditional human meal. The table was laden with various dishes, each one a testament to human culinary diversity. Lena was hesitant at first, unsure if she would like the flavors, but Sarah encouraged her to try everything. "This is a family recipe," Sarah said, serving a dish called lasagna. "It's been passed down for generations. I think you'll like it." Lena took a bite, and her eyes widened in surprise. The flavors were rich and complex, unlike anything she had ever tasted. She smiled, genuinely enjoying the meal and the company. After dinner, they sat together in the living room, sharing stories. Lena recounted tales of her home world, while Sarah and Tom shared their experiences as space travelers. Emily and Jack listened with rapt attention, their eyes wide with wonder. "We're all explorers at heart," Tom said, raising a glass. "Whether it's the vastness of space or the depths of our own souls, the journey never ends." Lena felt a profound connection with the family. Their openness and warmth were unlike anything she had experienced before. It was as if she had found a second family among the stars. As the night wore on, Lena excused herself and stepped out onto the balcony. The view was breathtaking. The stars stretched out in every direction, a reminder of the endless possibilities that awaited her. She took a deep breath, feeling a sense of peace and belonging. For the first time in her life, Lena felt truly embraced, not just as a guest or a student, but as a part of something greater. The humans had welcomed her into their lives, and in doing so, had shown her the true meaning of family. Discovering human ingenuity. Lena's days aboard the human colony's ship were filled with wonder and discovery. The more she learned about human culture and technology, the more fascinated she became. Each new experience deepened her appreciation for the resilience and creativity of her hosts. One morning, Lena joined Sarah and Tom at a workshop dedicated to human inventions and innovations. The workshop was a hive of activity, with people of all ages working on various projects. The air buzzed with excitement and the hum of machinery. "Today, we'll be working on a project that's very close to our hearts," Sarah explained, leading Lena to a workstation. "We're going to build a model of the first human spacecraft to reach another star system." Lena's eyes widened with curiosity. "I'd love to learn how it was done. Human engineering is truly remarkable." Tom handed her a set of blueprints and tools. "We'll start with the framework. It's a simple design, but it laid the foundation for all our future advancements." As they worked, Sarah and Tom shared stories about the early days of space exploration. Lena listened intently, marveling at the determination and ingenuity that had propelled humans to the stars. She learned about the challenges they faced, from limited resources to technical setbacks, and how they overcame them through sheer perseverance. "Every obstacle was a learning opportunity," Sarah said, soldering a piece of metal. "We never gave up, even when things seemed impossible." Lena nodded, her respect for humans growing with each story. She could see parallels between their struggles and her own species' journey. It was a reminder that, despite their differences, they shared a common drive to explore and innovate. As the model took shape, Lena felt a sense of pride in their work. The tiny spacecraft was a symbol of human ingenuity, a testament to what they could achieve when they put their minds to it. She realized that this same spirit of innovation was present in every aspect of their lives, from their technology to their daily routines. One afternoon, Lena accompanied Emily and Jack to a science fair. The event showcased projects from students across the colony, highlighting their creativity and problem-solving skills. Lena was particularly impressed by a group of young inventors who had developed a water purification system using simple, sustainable materials. "This is amazing," Lena exclaimed, examining the device. "How did you come up with the idea?" One of the students, a girl named Mia, beamed with pride. We wanted to find a way to help communities with limited access to clean water. We researched existing technologies and came up with a design that could be built with easily available materials. Lena felt a surge of admiration. These children were not only intelligent, but also compassionate and resourceful. Their project was a perfect example of human ingenuity at its best. The fair continued with various demonstrations and presentations. Lena watched in awe as students showcased their inventions, each one more impressive than the last. There were robots designed for exploration, energy-efficient devices, and even a prototype for a new type of spacesuit. As the fair came to a close, Lena found herself deep in thought. The humans had a remarkable ability to adapt and innovate, always pushing the boundaries of what was possible. It was this relentless drive that had made them such formidable explorers and pioneers. That evening, Lena joined Sarah and Tom for a discussion with a group of engineers and scientists. The conversation revolved around the latest advancements in space travel and the potential for future exploration. Lena was struck by their passion and dedication, as well as their willingness to share their knowledge and collaborate with others. "We believe that the key to our success lies in cooperation," one of the engineers explained. "By working together, we can achieve so much more than we could alone." Lena nodded in agreement. The spirit of collaboration was evident in everything the humans did. It was a lesson she would take back to her own people, a reminder that great things could be accomplished when individuals came together with a common goal. As the night drew to a close, Lena felt a renewed sense of purpose. She was determined to learn as much as she could from the humans and apply those lessons to her own life. The time she spent on the colony ship was not just an educational experience, but a journey of personal growth and discovery. Lena stood on the balcony once more, gazing out at the stars. The vastness of space no longer seemed daunting but filled with endless possibilities. She had found inspiration in the human way of life, and she knew that, like them, she could overcome any obstacle and achieve great things. With a heart full of hope and determination, Lena embraced the future. She was ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead, armed with the knowledge and spirit of ingenuity she had gained from her time with the humans. The stars were calling, and she was ready to answer. The challenge of coexistence. As the days turned into weeks, Lena continued to immerse herself in human culture, forging deep bonds with Sarah, Tom, and the rest of the colony. However, she also began to understand the complexities and challenges that came with coexistence. One morning, Lena and Sarah were enjoying a leisurely breakfast in the communal dining area when a heated discussion broke out at a nearby table. Several colonists were engaged in a passionate debate about resource allocation and the sustainability of their colony. "We need to find better ways to recycle our materials," one colonist argued. "Our current methods are inefficient and wasteful." Another colonist shook his head. "But we also need to focus on expanding our agricultural capabilities. Without enough food, all the recycling in the world won't save us." Lena watched the debate with interest. It was a reminder that even in a society as advanced as the humans, there were still significant challenges to overcome. She turned to Sarah, curious about her perspective. "How do you balance these competing needs?" Lena asked. Sarah sighed, taking a sip of her coffee. "It's not easy. We have to make tough decisions and prioritize based on our most immediate needs. It often requires compromise and careful planning." Tom joined them at the table, having overheard the conversation. "That's where our adaptability comes in. We're constantly learning and adjusting our strategies. It's a never-ending process." Lena nodded thoughtfully. The humans' ability to adapt was one of their greatest strengths, but it was also clear that maintaining a thriving colony required constant effort and vigilance. Later that day, Lena accompanied Tom to a council meeting where colony leaders discussed various issues and proposed solutions. The meeting was an eye-opener for Lena, as she witnessed firsthand the complexity of managing a diverse and growing community. The council members debated a range of topics, from energy consumption to education programs. Each decision was carefully weighed, considering both short-term needs and long-term goals. Lena was impressed by the level of thought and collaboration that went into each discussion. As the meeting progressed, one of the council members brought up a sensitive issue: relations with other alien species. Lena's presence had sparked renewed interest in establishing diplomatic ties, but there were also concerns about potential conflicts and misunderstandings. "We need to approach this with caution," one member advised. "While it's important to build alliances, we must also protect our interests and ensure our security." Another member nodded in agreement. "We should establish clear communication channels and set up protocols for interaction. Mutual respect and understanding will be key to successful relations." Lena felt a mix of pride and responsibility. She had become a symbol of interspecies cooperation, and she was determined to contribute positively to these efforts. After the meeting, she spoke with the council members, offering insights from her own experiences and suggesting ways to foster trust and collaboration. In the following weeks, Lena worked closely with the colony's diplomatic team, sharing knowledge about her people and learning more about human customs and etiquette. She participated in training sessions where she and the humans practiced scenarios to prepare for potential encounters with other alien species. One afternoon, Lena joined a team of engineers working on a project to improve the colony's communication systems. The goal was to create a more efficient and reliable network that could facilitate interstellar communication. As they worked, Lena marveled at the humans' technical prowess. They approached each challenge with creativity and determination, never shying away from difficult problems. Lena contributed her own knowledge, offering suggestions based on her species' technology. Together, they made significant progress, and Lena felt a sense of accomplishment. The project was a testament to what could be achieved through cooperation and shared expertise. It was also a reminder that coexistence required ongoing effort and commitment. One evening, Lena found herself reflecting on her journey. She had come to the human colony seeking knowledge and understanding, but she had gained so much more. The humans had taught her about resilience, innovation, and the power of collaboration. They had shown her that, despite their differences, they shared a common desire for peace and progress. As Lena stood on the balcony, gazing out at the stars, she felt a renewed sense of hope. The challenges of coexistence were real, but they were not insurmountable. With dedication and mutual respect, she believed that humans and aliens could build a brighter future together. With a heart full of determination, Lena embraced her role as a bridge between worlds. She was ready to continue her journey, fostering understanding and cooperation wherever she went. The universe was vast and full of possibilities, and she was eager to explore it, hand in hand with her new human friends. Building bridges. As Lena became more integrated into the human colony, her role as an ambassador between her people and humanity grew more significant. Her daily interactions and collaborations with the colonists paved the way for deeper mutual understanding and respect. However, she knew that true coexistence would require more than just good intentions. It demanded concrete actions and commitments from both sides. One day, Lena was invited to participate in a special council meeting dedicated to discussing the establishment of formal relations with other alien species. The atmosphere in the room was charged with anticipation and cautious optimism. The council members, scientists, and diplomats all understood the gravity of the decisions they were about to make. As the meeting began, the council leader addressed the room. "We are at a pivotal moment in our history. The potential to connect with other civilizations offers incredible opportunities, but also poses significant risks. We must approach this with wisdom and foresight." Lena listened intently as various experts presented their findings and proposals. Some advocated for immediate diplomatic outreach, while others urged a more measured approach, emphasizing the need to strengthen their own colony first. When it was her turn to speak, Lena stood and addressed the council. "My friends, the path to peaceful coexistence is fraught with challenges, but it is also filled with immense possibilities. We must build bridges, not walls, and approach each new relationship with an open mind and heart. Mutual respect and understanding are the cornerstones of any successful alliance. Her words resonated with the council members, and a spirited discussion ensued. By the end of the meeting, they had agreed on a phased approach to interspecies relations. They would begin by establishing communication protocols and cultural exchange programs, gradually building trust and cooperation. Over the following months, Lena worked tirelessly to implement these initiatives. She collaborated with linguists to develop translation tools, helped create educational materials about her species, and organized cultural exchange events where humans and aliens could share their traditions, art, and knowledge. One such event was a grand festival celebrating the diverse cultures of the galaxy. The colony's central plaza was transformed into a vibrant tapestry of colors, sounds, and flavors. Stalls lined the square, offering food, crafts, and performances from various species. Humans and aliens mingled, exchanging stories and laughter. Lena and Sarah, dressed in traditional attire from their respective cultures, wandered through the festival together. They sampled exotic dishes, watched mesmerizing dances, and marveled at the intricate craftsmanship on display. The festival was a testament to the beauty of diversity and the strength of unity. As the sun set, the plaza was illuminated by lanterns, casting a warm, inviting glow. A stage was set up for a series of speeches and performances. Lena was one of the keynote speakers, and she felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness as she approached the podium. Tonight, we celebrate not only our differences, but also our shared humanity, Lena began, her voice steady and clear. In this vast universe, we have found friends among the stars. Let this festival be a reminder that through cooperation and understanding, we can achieve greatness together. The crowd erupted in applause, and Lena felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The festival was a success, bringing together beings from different worlds and fostering a spirit of camaraderie. In the weeks that followed, the colony saw an increase in diplomatic visits and exchanges. Lena played a crucial role in these interactions, using her knowledge and experience to bridge gaps and resolve misunderstandings. Her efforts earned her respect and admiration from both humans and aliens. One day, while Lena was working in the communications center, she received a message from her home planet. It was from her family, expressing their pride in her achievements and their eagerness to learn more about the humans she had come to know and love. Touched by their words, Lena realized that her journey had come full circle. She had set out to understand humans and had, in turn, brought her own people closer to them. The bridges she had built were not just between species, but also between hearts and minds. As she replied to her family, Lena felt a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges of coexistence were ongoing, but she was ready to face them with the support of her friends and the knowledge that she was making a difference. The future was bright, and Lena was determined to continue building a world where all beings could thrive together in harmony. New dawn. The bonds forged during the festival grew stronger over time. Regular cultural exchanges and diplomatic missions fostered a sense of unity among the different species. However, Lena knew that true unity would require not just cultural understanding, but also practical collaboration. One day, a significant opportunity for such collaboration presented itself. The colony received a distress signal from a nearby planet that was home to an advanced alien civilization facing a severe ecological crisis. Their planet's ecosystem was collapsing due to a series of natural disasters, and they desperately needed help. The council quickly convened to discuss the situation. "This is our chance to show the galaxy what we can achieve when we work together," the council leader said. "But it will require significant resources and coordination." Lena immediately volunteered to lead the mission. "We have the technology and the knowledge to help them. This is our moment to put our values into action and demonstrate the strength of our alliances." The council agreed, and preparations for the mission began in earnest. Engineers, scientists, and medical professionals from both human and alien backgrounds worked together to devise a comprehensive plan to aid the distressed planet. They gathered equipment, supplies, and volunteers, ready to embark on the challenging mission. As the expedition team prepared to depart, Lena addressed the assembled volunteers. Today, we embark on a journey that will test our resolve and our ability to work together. We are not just representatives of our species, we are ambassadors of hope. Let us show the universe what unity and cooperation can achieve. The journey to the distressed planet was arduous, but the spirit of camaraderie among the team kept morale high. Upon arrival, they were greeted by the planet's leaders, who expressed their immense gratitude. The situation was dire. Entire ecosystems were on the brink of collapse, and millions of lives hung in the balance. The team immediately set to work, using their diverse skills and knowledge to address the most urgent issues. Scientists analyzed the environmental data, engineers repaired critical infrastructure, and medical teams tended to the sick and injured. Lena coordinated the efforts, ensuring that resources were distributed efficiently and that the team remained focused on their mission. Days turned into weeks as the team worked tirelessly. The challenges were immense, but their determination never wavered. Slowly but surely, signs of recovery began to emerge. Rivers started to flow clean again, crops began to grow, and wildlife returned to areas that had been devastated. One evening, as the team gathered for a brief moment of rest, Lena looked around at her colleagues. They were exhausted but resolute, driven by a shared purpose. "We are making a difference," she said, her voice filled with pride. "This is what it means to be united." The team's efforts culminated in a breakthrough. They developed a sustainable plan to restore the planet's ecosystems, ensuring long-term stability and prosperity. The planet's leaders were overwhelmed with gratitude, recognizing the monumental impact of the aid they had received. Before leaving, Lena was invited to speak at a ceremony held in honor of the expedition team. As she stood before a crowd of grateful aliens and her fellow volunteers, she felt a profound sense of accomplishment. "We came here as strangers, but we leave as friends," Lena began. "This mission has shown us that when we work together, there is no challenge we cannot overcome. Let this be a new dawn, not just for this planet, but for all who seek peace and cooperation in our galaxy." The applause was thunderous, and Lena knew that this mission was a turning point. It was a testament to the power of unity and the potential for a brighter future. As the team prepared to return home, they carried with them the knowledge that their efforts had not only saved a planet, but also strengthened the bonds between species. Back at the colony, the success of the mission was celebrated as a historic achievement. Lena was hailed as a hero, but she remained humble, acknowledging the collective effort that had made it possible. She continued her work, now more determined than ever to build a future where all beings could thrive together in harmony. As she looked up at the stars, Lena felt a sense of hope and optimism. The challenges ahead were many, but with unity and cooperation, she knew they could overcome anything. The dawn of a new era had begun, and Lena was ready to face it with courage and determination. Building the future. The success of the mission to the distressed planet marked a significant milestone for the colony and the broader alliance. It demonstrated the power of unity and cooperation, setting a precedent for future endeavors. Lena's leadership had proven invaluable, and she found herself at the forefront of a movement towards deeper integration and collaboration among the species. With the immediate crisis resolved, attention turned towards more long-term projects that could further strengthen interstellar relations. One of the most ambitious projects was the construction of a new interspecies research facility on the colony, dedicated to advancing technology and understanding in ways that would benefit all members of the Alliance. The facility, named the Unity Research Institute, would focus on a wide range of disciplines, from medicine and environmental science to engineering and cultural studies. Scientists and researchers from all over the galaxy were invited to contribute their knowledge and expertise, creating a melting pot of ideas and innovation. Lena was appointed as the director of the institute, a role she accepted with great enthusiasm. She envisioned the institute as a beacon of progress, where collaboration could lead to breakthroughs that no single species could achieve alone. The construction of the institute was a monumental task. It required not only advanced technology, but also a careful blending of architectural styles and cultural elements to make it a welcoming place for all. Teams of engineers and designers, both human and alien, worked together to create a facility that was both functional and symbolic of their shared future. As the institute took shape, Lena oversaw the recruitment of the first wave of researchers. She sought out the brightest minds and those who were passionate about the mission of unity. Among the recruits was Zarnath, an alien environmental scientist who had been instrumental in the recovery of the distressed planet, and Dr. Kim, a human engineer known for her innovative designs in sustainable energy. The grand opening of the Unity Research Institute was a momentous occasion. Delegates from all allied species attended the ceremony, which was broadcast across the galaxy. Lena stood at the podium, looking out at the diverse crowd, and felt a deep sense of pride and hope. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new era, Lena began. The Unity Research Institute represents our commitment to working together for the betterment of all. Here, we will push the boundaries of knowledge and innovation, finding solutions to the challenges that face us all. This is our future, built on the foundation of unity and cooperation. The applause was deafening, and as Lena stepped back from the podium, she felt a surge of optimism. The institute was more than just a building, it was a symbol of what they could achieve together. In the following months, the institute buzzed with activity. Collaborative projects flourished, resulting in groundbreaking discoveries and technological advancements. One team developed a new form of clean energy that harnessed the power of cosmic rays, while another made significant strides in medical treatments that could be adapted to different species' physiologies. Lena worked tirelessly, fostering an environment of collaboration and mutual respect. She held regular meetings with the researchers, encouraging the exchange of ideas and the exploration of new possibilities. The sense of community within the institute was palpable, and it extended beyond the walls of the facility, influencing the broader society. One evening, as Lena walked through the bustling halls of the institute, she reflected on how far they had come. The journey had been challenging, but the progress they had made was undeniable. The colony had transformed from a fledgling settlement into a thriving hub of interstellar cooperation. Lena's thoughts were interrupted by a message from the council. They were requesting her presence at a meeting to discuss the next steps in expanding the alliance. The success of the institute had inspired other colonies to consider similar initiatives, and there was talk of forming a united federation of planets. As Lena made her way to the council chamber, she felt a sense of excitement and responsibility. The future was full of possibilities, and she was ready to continue her work in building a brighter, more unified galaxy. The meeting was productive, with representatives from various colonies expressing their enthusiasm for the idea of a federation. They discussed ways to enhance communication, share resources, and address common challenges. Lena's experience and insights were invaluable, and her leadership was instrumental in shaping the vision for the future. By the time the meeting adjourned, a clear path forward had been established. Plans were set in motion to formalize the Federation, with the Unity Research Institute playing a key role in fostering collaboration and innovation. As Lena stepped out of the council chamber, she looked up at the stars with renewed determination. The journey ahead would be long and challenging, but she was confident in their ability to navigate it together. The dawn of a new era had begun, and Lena was ready to lead the way into a future where unity and cooperation would light their path.